Hello, everyone. Today is Sunday, April 7th, 2024 at 12:07 p.m. in the afternoon. So, if I remember correctly, um today is the biological sister Belinda's death anniversary. And then tomorrow is the biological sister Ramona's birthday, you know. But Belinda's birthday was um the day before Easter, the um last, not yesterday, but last Saturday. So yeah, well, so I guess Belinda died like right after her 40th birthday. Like she had just turned 40. And so also, if I remember correctly, March 26th was the foster aunt Dana's birthday. And then today, April 7th, I think it's the foster aunt Mickey's birthday. So I guess Belinda died on Mickey's birthday. It's weird how a lot of us biological family members like have like birthdays on the same day or the same or similar or something, and at the same time we might end up sharing the same birthdays as certain foster family members. A lot of the foster family members. So, like the biological brother Pete and the foster brother in law Brian, I think they share the same birthday. The foster niece Kayla shares the same birthday as the biological brother Derek. And then the foster sister April, which is Kayla's mom, her birthday is like 6 days later. Or Wyatt's birthday is 2 days after the foster mom, Adrian Felders, but then 2 days um before the biological mom Frances passed away. And Arthur, the biological dad Arthur, basically he died on the foster sister April's birthday. And so even though it was years ago, the foster dad Al passed away on November 29th, but I'll say he was covertly murdered. And then years later the biological cousin Rebecca, her daughter has that same birthday. But then when it comes to biological family members, three family members birthday, like three family members birthday on December 11th. But then the biological mom Frances' birthday is January 11th. And our birthday is in August like Rebecca's, but hers is August 10th, but Wyatt's is September 10th, like a month later. And then Blake's was December 10th. And then he died 2 days after his 32nd birthday. When he got shot and killed. So, and then Sean's birthday is November 16th, but then 2 days before is the biological nephew John's birthday. But the biological nephew Josh, I don't even think I ever knew his birthday. Um, but me and my twin sister our birthday being August 25th, I don't know who else in the family has the birthday of August 25th, but the foster cousin Mildred, her birthday is like August 23rd, and the foster sister Shelly, her birthday is like August 4th, and the foster brother Joe birthday is November 8th, which is 3 days before Kayla and Derek, you know. So, and the foster brother Joe, that first wife, Melinda, the Filipino wife, her birthday was like August 18th, like an exact week before ours, you know. But, excuse me. But we got, I mean, all I know is the immediate family members that I've had contact with. But, you know, Yvonne is the only aunt off my mom's side that we had contact with. But um, our relatives from Bogalusa, I don't even think I ever set foot in Bogalusa. And I don't know those relatives, but I've seen a few pictures of them and heard a little bit about them. But um, and off the biological dad Arthur, I never even knew we had an Aunt Carolyn, and and so that was the only one of Arthur's siblings that I think I've ever met. Like Aunt Marie, she passed away, and other siblings and relatives and cousins off the biological dad Arthur's side, I never really met them. Like Arthur's siblings, you know, but the biological sister Yolanda and her daughter Brittany, I've seen them a couple of times or a few times, you know. But it's like the biological sister Ramona has done such horrible things that it seemed like as if because of the things that Ramona did, it seemed like as if Yolanda didn't want us around, you know. But my Aunt Carolyn even said that Ramona has stole things from her and you know, took advantage of her and did her dirty also. And I'm like, oh, so they got certain people who you know, they only do the family members dirty, but then, you know, they respectful and got a different personality for the public. You know, I thought that Ramona will only take advantage of who she thinks is, you know, mentally slow or something. Like she would take advantage of me, Brandy, and Sean. But if our Aunt Carolyn is mentally normal, I guess Ramona figures she can take advantage of her because she's family, you know. But and my Aunt Carolyn, I think I've seen her like 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times, you know. But she even cut off all contact with me, and it's like, you know, certain immediate family members are, you know, brainwashing other family members, you know, putting lies in their head and putting stuff in their head to make them hate us and not want anything to do with us. Like, they even, you know, to extended family and friends of the family, they try to poison everybody's head to, like, stay away from us, you know. While at the same time, Ramona and Brandy and Wyatt and Mark and all of them, they would do stuff like, you know, sneak behind my back and, you know, tell, you know, outsiders, you know, friends of the family and extended family members a bunch of lies on purpose to make them hate me and stay away from me and not want to talk to me while they're smiling in my face and robbing me of my money, taking, you know, taking money from me and stealing from me. You know, how they that's how they operate. So yeah, I couldn't even remember. I knew Belinda's birthday was March 30th, but I couldn't remember um the day that she passed away. Yeah, so I guess she died 8 days after her 40th birthday. Excuse me. And I don't even know if the tummy tuck operation was supposed to be like a birthday gift, you know. So, but I don't know who in the family may have blood sacrificed Belinda though. She was the firstborn female out of us siblings, and Ramona would tell me that Belinda was always depressed all the time, and I don't even know if Belinda was always sad and depressed because you know I don't know if she was always sad and depressed because she figured that she may not be here this for long. But I heard Belinda had a rough and traumatic childhood as well. But I don't know truly how how Belinda and Ramona have gotten along when Belinda was alive. But Ramona had this jealous hatred towards me and my twin sister for no reason at all. And Ramona's painting a false narrative that and trying to rub it in our face that she was so close with Belinda and everything. But she would willfully choose to not be close with me or my twin sister, you know. And just like my twin sisters, willfully choose to not want to be close with me. So, but I mean, they have certain people in certain families that only choose to do family members dirty because they figure that if you're doing dirt to family, then it's no crime. That because you're doing evil and dirty towards your family, then it must be no crime. You know, but but Mark really did act as an informant rather than a brother. And I was wondering why he treated me the way he treated me throughout the years. If he claimed to be persecuted and abused in foster care, and then he turned out to be an abuser, and if he hated the foster mom so much, he talks and acts like her too, you know, and just this, you try to be normal, and just this unprovoked rage and vicious hate, anger, out of nowhere, and you wonder what you did or said wrong, you know, and you know, and that was what the foster family and biological family treated me with, that kind of abuse. And then when you question them about it, you got to hear narcissistic lectures about your behavior when they're the ones acting out on you unprovoked for no reason at all. Like as if you stepped on a vicious viper by accident or something. You know, and it's like, well, why send for me to come to spend the weekend by your house? You voluntarily offer and send for me to come and spend the weekend by your house just for you to treat me like as if I deserve to be punished in detention. And then you take all my money and then, treat me like as if I'm invisible. You know, well, if you didn't want me over, you shouldn't have sent for me to come over. And then you take all my money and still abuse me and treat me mean for no reason. You know, so, but Well, um, so earlier yesterday, I did a video on my one of my other channels, and and um there was this website that mentioned, about how you can get your taxes done, you know, and I try to take an Uber ride. It seemed like um it seemed like as if you know um even with the short time of me being out and about, um the gang stalking was extremely heavy, even for the short time of me being out. So, excuse me. So, almost every vehicle at this hotel has Texas license plates and the I word, So, they were gang stalking extremely heavy. And as soon as I come out of my um hotel room, oh, you parked right by my. There's a red truck with a fake new temporary Texas license plate parked directly out of my hotel front door. And then and one of them yesterday was in the parking lot and fraudulently and illegally drove off and waving his arm out of the window like this, like as if he wanted to try to force me to see. Some of them just put their arm out the window, but he was like really waving his arm like that out of the window, you know, while I was waiting on the Uber ride. Because the spot where I went at, the bus does not run in that area on Saturdays. So I had to take an Uber. And so then the Uber driver wasn't that was like the oldest Uber driver I ever had. And she was a elderly lady. It looked like she was like in her 80s or 90s, you know. And I don't know if that was her daughter or her granddaughter that was assisting her, But it was like a red Hyundai SUV, but it was kind of almost brand new. But but I didn't realize it took so long because of the old lady, you know. And but they didn't, even though the SUV, it was red, but they didn't seem like perps at all, you know. And poor lady came all the way from New Orleans, you know. Um and they had a couple of people nearby, and they weren't accepting the ride, but she came and traveled so far to come and get me. And then and then um you know I never heard of that church before, and it was in an area that I thought it was the opposite direction. I thought it was a different area, but it was over that spot. And I never heard of that church before. and I didn't know it was Masonic. I've been in that area before, but I never knew about that church. So when the website said that you can get your taxes done for free over there, I went over there. Nobody was there. And then um, I realized, oh, it's a Masonic church. But, you know, I found out, I tried to verify and find out, looked like nobody was there at all. And, excuse me, it said 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm sorry, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturdays. And nobody was there, you know. And so I did that quick video, and then I contacted another Uber to take me right on back. And then I came back here, and they had more gang stalking activity. Um and I questioned the second Uber driver. I questioned whether or not he was a perp. He was I don't know if he was Middle Eastern, and he had his arm raised up at one point, and then he put his elbow against the window. But that made me question whether or not he was a perp. But other than that, he was nice and respectful, you know. And and then I went to the front office and tried to ask for some toilet paper, and the front desk agent was a little bit rude and acting like she didn't want to give me any toilet paper. And I'm like, well, see, you know, but she gave me a roll of toilet paper and said that that was the last one that she had, you know. Um, I mean, it was like she was, had a slight attitude, not like big attitude or whatever. But I'm like, see, this is the reason why a lot of times when you hear that, I don't know what noise that is outside. Um, see, I don't know if that's an idling vehicle or somebody blasting loud music. So then I came back to my room, and they had a younger Hispanic looking girl that she was like right when I was about to approach my room, she passed by my room and I think she was wearing like purple with a fake nice perp and purple with a red shirt, and I think blue shorts, red shirt and blue shorts. And then her dad was wearing blue, and he came like right behind her or whatever. And so excuse me. But yeah, this is the reason why, like, I be having to spend my extra money and my own money a lot of the times on toilet paper. And when I had my storage unit, I would bring my own towels. And a lot of times, if I had my own, try to bring my own buy my own toilet paper and soap and stuff, because if I try to ask for toilet paper or whatever, or soap, and then they get an attitude. Even sometimes the housekeepers at certain hotels, get an attitude or whatever, you know. And I'm like, well, you know, but that's why I sometimes bring my own, you know, if I have the money, because sometimes if I get a hotel room and have to get donation, sometimes it'll be just enough for the hotel room and maybe $1 or two in the bank left over, and I might have $3, in cash or something like that. But at the moment, like, I have like not one penny in cash last I checked. I don't even have any money in cash at all. And so, um, But then the extra plate of food that I had oh, what was it? Friday. I saved that for today. But I went to try to go out to eat dinner because I felt like I wanted something. My attempt was trying to get something healthier, you know. And so I went to this, you know, Asian restaurant, and they had a Hispanic looking lady that barely knew any English. And it was weird because she was a customer walking out. And as I was walking in, and she was wearing a yellow shirt though. It was like a golden yellow shirt. Um, and she stepped out of the door, and I knew she didn't work there because all the workers wear like black shirt and black pants, you know. But this lady was odd. She walked out of the restaurant as I was trying to walk in, and she like blocked blocked me from getting in, you know. And she's like, "May I help you?" And like, I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure you don't really work here, do you? I said, "Do you work here?" And she lied and said, "Yeah, she worked there." And so then I said, "Well, I'm, trying to come and get dinner to eat, you know." And so, and I don't remember exactly what else she said, but she's like, "Oh, okay." And then she made it like as if she, sent for me to go, signal for me to go inside. And she was blocking the door, and I was forced to squeeze between her and then it's like she touched all on me on purpose, like kept on touching. Like, get your freaking hands off me, weird ass lady. Like, and it made me question whether or not I knew she was a perp, but it made me question whether or not she practices witchcraft or if she's a witch. And a lot of narcissistic witches love to touch you and put their hands on you like for nothing. And it's like, is this lady trying to provoke me to violence when I'm trying to not be violent? Is she trying to provoke me to violence and rage for nothing? Keep your freaking hands off me. So, I went to go and eat. And it was weird because, whenever I try to get me a standard like entree or plate of food or whatever, or bowl or whatever of food, the lady, I mean the waitress, trying. It seemed like as if she was trying to control what I eat. Cause I try to order me some soup with potato, with yam in it or whatever, and she tried to say, well, oh, and the lady wasn't that damn. She wasn't too skinny herself, So it's like everything I try to pick out to order, if she tried to say, oh, it would be too much for you or you wouldn't be able to eat it all or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, well, what about this one? And then like, oh, well, that'll be enough for 3 or 4 people. You can't eat all that. And then she left and went back, and then she was doing the same thing. And then left me to only it seemed like as if she covertly restricted me to only having the appetizers to eat. I'm like, what a weird restaurant experience. Let me order what the fuck I want. I'm paying for it with my damn money. But she wanted to restrict for me to and excuse me, and it's like, well, look at all these people eating way more than me that's around me, and then they had these people around me that had like huge bowls of food plus appetizers plus entrees plus probably dessert. And she left. It seemed like she only restricted me to have like two types of appetizers and dessert. You know, but I had the you know, the spring rolls and shrimp toast. And I know the shrimp toast ain't healthy, but um and I had some ice cream. The ice cream, the color of the ice cream was orange, but it was vanilla, but it was so good. But I don't know if it was considered French vanilla or golden vanilla, but it was orange and not yellow or white. But it was unique. It was different though. But you know, I would have wanted to get like some like maybe some like soup or something, you know. I wanted to get soup or some well, I mean, I had a lot of rice lately, so I was like, you know, and I recently had chicken, you know, and I'm gonna have chicken again today. The leftover plate of cornbread, mac and cheese, and chicken. That would be for dinner today. Excuse me. So, excuse me. I mean, but it's like I don't even know if she was a perp trying to call me greedy, but the people like at the table next to me, they had appetizers and they had huge bowls of food like rice and chicken or something, and then they had something else and they had dessert. Like nobody was filtering or stopping them. But you know, and then they had a black man who he gave me like mean looks, and he had like a huge bowl of rice and meat or whatever, a huge bowl. But the families that came and sat near me, they were all obese and overweight, and nobody bigger than me, and nobody was gonna tell them anything. But I don't even know if she treated the Asian lady, if she treated me the way she treated me out of racial prejudice or narcissistic abuse or gang stalking or a combination of all three. I don't know. But you know, but even if it was too much, I mean, whatever happened to having I mean a $15 plate, I mean a $15 serving of food or whatever. You know, if it was too much for me, I could take it to go and you know, I could have finished it the rest off today or tomorrow. I mean today and tomorrow or whatever. You know, but for you to try to dictate or manipulate or control, you know, what I eat or whatever, you know, that was weird. And left me to only have the appetizers. Like as if it's undeserved punishment with just having the appetizers. You know, but excuse me. But like yesterday, I think I already told y'all on my other channel I mentioned about what I ate, you know. So like I had just chips and pineapple juice for lunch yesterday, you know. And for breakfast I had eggs, like two of the eggs and granola bars and milk and the green juice. I ran out of that yesterday. And so I had today I had um it was about 10:30 that I ate, and I had the last three granola bars, the last two eggs, one small cup of milk, which was the last of the milk, and the last two things oh, and I forgot to drink me some water. The last two small cans of apple juice, And yeah, the last two eggs, the last two cans of pineapple juice, not apple, pineapple juice. It was two 6 ounce cans of pineapple juice. So last two cans of pineapple juice, the last two eggs, the last small cup of milk, and the last of the three granola bars, and the last of the chips. Um, so the only food I have now is that plate of food, the extra plate of food, the buy one get one free food from Friday. Um, and so um, I had gathered the trash and put it outside. I don't know if the housekeepers will pick it up or not, but the mini fridge was getting too full. And so but after dinner, yes yesterday evening, I came home, well, to the hotel, and took a shower, and idiot perps were blasting loud music so bad, that um that I was like beating and banging and pounding the on the bathroom walls in the tub, because the noise, with my hypersensitive ears, the noise was unbearable. And they strategically waited for me to step inside the tub. The very second I stepped inside the tub, that's when the loud music started. And they were doing that the whole off and on the whole time that I'm like, are these people fucking serious? So yeah, the perps know when you're taking a shower. And it felt like they were manipulating the shower temperature, and these bastards kept the water lukewarm. And like as if I deserve to be punished with no hot shower, you know. And then even at the other hotel, it seemed like they just insisted on having the water to be fucking lukewarm for me, you know. And then and like twice I nearly broke my pinky toe on my left foot trying to rush out to try to put my clothes back on while my whole body is wet. And I tried twice off and on to put my clothes back on to go outside and try to see who that motherfucker was. Um that obnoxious troll. So if if you step inside of the tub and they suddenly start blasting music that very instant, you're definitely being watched by some sick sex trafficking, gang stalking, satanic perverts. And you're not gonna throw them in jail or prison. So um but I think I don't know if I went to bed at 10:30 last night, and but I did not go outside and film and record, because then the moment I stepped out of the tub, that's when they stopped the music. They stopped the loud bass music the moment I stepped out of the tub and went into the bedroom and try to put my clothes on. And then like once I step out of the tub, oh, they stopped all the loud harassment. And then I felt confident to go back in the tub, and after I stepped back in the tub, they started doing the same thing. And then I had to step back out a second time. I'm trying to go out, and I'm like, they're trying to cause me to have like a meltdown. I did have a brief meltdown for a couple of minutes, you know. And excuse me, I got no peace the entire time taking a shower last night. And then they had gang stalkers, a whole bunch of people with one headlight, strange headlights, tail lights, or whatever. And then this fake lady come and pretend like she was asking me for directions. And then she had a white car and strange tail lights. And then they had a bunch of other perps like right behind her. And I'm like, are y'all serious? Like, nothing but perps back to back on this small private little street right here. Like heavy gang stalking with multiple cars, one headlight. Y'all got it all. Excuse me. So it angers me every day that people are pushing for the maximum punishment for me, you know, and want me to be so badly convicted. But y'all sit there and let gang stalking and sex trafficking go on. This is not right at all. And the reason why they're pushing for jail because they figured that that will corner somebody to sell out, and y'all gonna have to kill me in jail. You don't have a right to force this on people. And the whole fake injustice system is corrupt. That they try to make like money and Satan worship is the only way to get out of trouble. And then I don't know if it's Anthony or the fake Darnell Williams perp that's behind the fake account called Justice for Raven. You know, and made a fake harassing comment on my other channel last night and said something real ignorant and nonsensical. You know, so but as I said, when Anthony claimed to be a targeted individual, yeah, he said that he had family members falsely accusing him of being a pedophile too. And you know that they falsely accuse us. Falsely accuse us if you a real TI. So Anthony would tell me, I know you're a real TI. But then he end up you know, bullying, harassing, and perping me and stalking and following me everywhere. You know, other fake TI perps, they just pick on and harass me or whatever. But to stalk everything I do and follow everything I do, you know, that's rare for a fake TI perp to do, a sold out fake TI perp to do that. You know, to follow every social media. You got me wrongfully blocked on Twitter. And then still stalking and trying to control everything I do, and you're younger than me. You look like a senior citizen, but your ass is fucking younger than me. And you too cowardly to even show your face. Yeah, I think that was Anthony behind that. They're making my nose itch. That was Anthony behind that fake ass Justice for Raven account. And y'all don't even know me at all. And I didn't even, all the times Anthony talked on the phone with me off and on, but between 2020 and 2022, or even 2022, Anthony never told me that he had any siblings. And Anthony turned into a perp, and then his sister is both a witch and a perp. But he will always cry and complain to me about his parents, and then say that his parents, that his dad put him in a gang stalking program, and that his parents will only restrict him to one meal a day. You know, but all the bullying and harassment that he would do to me, like, why you couldn't stand up to your parents? Like, if you're a man in your 30s, you know, if you a guy in your 30s, if your parents wouldn't let you eat, how come you didn't get food stamps, or you didn't go to the food bank, or He would lie to spread the lies and say Candy is lazy and don't want to work. Okay, where's your job, Anthony? Gang stalking doesn't count. How come you're not working at you're not working at Walgreens or something, or you're not working at Ralph's? Where's your job? I saw you begging for money too. So when people are narcissistic, they try to bully, harass, and pick on you and try to condemn you for the very same things that they're guilty of. And then he will lie and say that he can't work due to PTSD. Well, how you going to say that a woman is lazy and don't want to work? But you lied and said, oh, I can't work due to PTSD. But here you're terrorizing and harassing and traumatizing women. I never heard of somebody who just can't work because of PTSD. You get your ass out and go and find a job and work rather than stalking, following, and harassing people online who you'll never meet me face to face. You're not even bold enough to even come over here. But so but anyway, everybody's talking about this eclipse, the solar eclipse thing, and they said that it's gonna be a different solar eclipse from the previous eclipse that they ever had. I never heard of people closing schools down behind an eclipse, so so I mean, somebody had donated me a certain amount of money. I'm not gonna say how much it was. Um, and when the person had donated, I didn't know if they wanted me to use the funds for more hotel room, or if they donated that much because they wanted me to, or if they wanted me to use it for use the funds for to get the body cam footage for the cops. I mean, from what the cops did to me. Now, if the officers would have never jerked the phone out my hand and threw it and broke it, and I'm surprised that that video accepted, because usually when somebody slap the phone out of your hand or take your phone and throw it or do something, the video will become corrupted or damaged. So surprisingly, y'all got a taste of what happened. But if they wouldn't have jerked the phone out my hand and I it's like when they did that, I was not under arrest. I mean, I wasn't you know it's like they kept on, they pinned me against the, like, rough handle and threw me against the car and pinned me against the car, and kept on bullying, harassing, and threatening me and saying, if you don't answer my questions, you're going to jail. So my crime was not trespassing, but my crime was not answering their questions. But they're the ones who need to be in jail or prison, not me. And homeless people going to jail for that, I mean, for what I went to jail for, it's more common than you think. And because a lot of times we just trying to have someplace safe and we don't know where to go. So we don't really have anywhere to go. You know. So, and it's part of the criminalization of homelessness. So, if I could have been able to film the everything with my own phone, then I wouldn't have had to pay extra funds for go broke trying to pay extra money for the body cam footage. And that fake Leslie lady was extremely rude as fuck over the phone for no reason at all, unprovoked. So, it's like, if that person intended for me to if that person intended for me to I mean, as I said, he didn't specify what he wanted me to use it for. But if he intended for me to use the funds for body cam to get the body cam footage and stuff, um, then that means that I would have to check out of this hotel room tomorrow and try to see about paying for the body cam footage. And I don't know, because of the eclipse, if that's would be open tomorrow or not. But I would have to check out of the hotel room tomorrow and and try to see about paying for the body cam footage, and don't know exactly how much it would cost. And then try to see about paying for the trying to pay for the I mean, I don't know how much it would cost, you know, for the body cam footage, and the and also paying for the police report, and I have to pay that fake $40 fee. And if I have to go to another location to pay for the mug shot, you know. But if the officers wouldn't have broke my phone, and if I would have continued recording, then there would have been no need for me to have to go and buy or pay for the body cam footage. You know. So I heard that if anything is altered, I heard that means the cops were guilty, that they did something crooked, or the cops is guilty right there. You know. But as I said, I figured that the online perps made the false prank calls, and the cops. I know from multiple personal experiences, that the cops blindly believe any false call that somebody makes on you. But when the target, when I call the police, they want to lie and say there's nothing they can do. When you make a report about, say, if you were, even if somebody was shooting bullets at you unprovoked for no reason, and you got it on camera, like filming and recording, and then the cops will lie and say, oh, nobody was shooting bullets at you, just like the online perps would do. But the cops sit there and you know but the cops themselves didn't say that the cops themselves did not say that that someone had called. But shortly after I uploaded that video, they came by. But it's like, y'all been passing by 3 days in a row and said nothing. So maybe y'all were just waiting for the right satanic ritual time. Excuse me. And it seems like they've been aggressively pushing for to try to get me wrongfully arrested and thrown in jail. And then the online criminal stalkers are like rejoicing and like, oh yeah, Candy going to jail. Oh, that's it was long overdue. So the video that I did, um, I think it was the day before yesterday about my twin sister. Oh, they made sure I wrongfully got 0 thumbs up and 15 thumbs down. You know, and like over 150 views. That y'all defend and agree with and side with evil, and yet falsely glorify yourselves as God's chosen elect in 144,000. Excuse me. So, oh wow. So, I mean, as I said, everybody is hardcore pushing for me to go back to jail and serve this fake sentence. And it's a bad combination when narcissistic abusers or straight up psychopaths are in law enforcement and the court judges be highly narcissistic. And with a narcissist, nothing is fair. No decision made is ever fair. You know, excuse me. People with narcissistic personalities never make fair decisions. They be corrupt. And people falsely call it fair because of, oh, she's the judge. She can do whatever she wants. And of course, the prosecutors all be narcissistic. But some people say that the prosecutors got more power than a judge. But they all multiple people trying to play God, you know. And as I said, I don't know if it was true or that fake public offender, if he was trying to spook me and trying to scare me by trying to make like, oh, you're not going to get out of this one. Trying to make it like, trying to frighten and scare me and try to make it like as if the judge dismisses no cases. And then I think they said that at the court arraignment, they said that the judge never dismisses any cases. So how many freaking innocent people in there for either minor offenses or false accusations? But then people are getting away with murdering 11-year-old kids. Excuse me. But yeah, but I'm so I don't even know if it's I don't even know if the office will be open tomorrow morning because of the eclipse thing. But looks like I gotta check out of here. And I gotta check out of here and see about trying to pay for the body cam footage and pay all these other fees or whatever else I need to do, whatever else I need to get. And whatever is left over, maybe I can have another hotel a night or two. But if not, then if not, then excuse me, if not, then It looks like I would have to be out on the streets for the rest of the month so soon, you know. Excuse me. And I don't trust, like, I'm scared of myself. Like, I don't trust to file my own taxes or do it myself. Um, and this is like, I guess, the last week to get it done, to get taxes done. So I have to try to get in where I can fit in, I guess, to try to go and get taxes done. Um, excuse me. But as I said, I'm being treated worse than a murderer over something that I didn't know and something that was minor. Um, and 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 I think that if the fake Aquarian Doris, if that was her that called the police on me, I mean, because that's what the police did. Um they came and you know came and by me, sat by the house for a couple of good minutes, and then drove off, and then made a sharp turn. And aggressive as they were, you would have thought those were male officers. I mean, I still can't get over that these are women. One of them is a little girl, you know, that try to talk all that tough and big shit or whatever, and was the biggest freaking monkey with, showing off and everything. Now, the one who wanted to try to handle me like she delusionally believes she's older than me and the freaking adult, but she threw the biggest childish tantrum. You know, real women don't act like her. And the older police officer was passive. She was more passive and more quiet. But it's like all three officers, all of them were abusive and narcissistic. And then dealing with that fake Leslie lady, oh yeah, she was a narc too. But you know what? That officer Allison, the little girl, the little child, was a straight up psychopath. So if it was true that the fake Aquarian Doris perp did call the police, then she got that idea and copied off of what those five boys did the other day. She copied off of them. And then it said on the computer that I was a suspicious person. They did not have to throw me in jail, but because of them being power hungry and wanting to perform a fake satanic ritual, you know, wanting to be part of a satanic ritual. Because I was a couple of seconds away of being, one of the victims to be shot and killed by police. I was no threat at all. I was not a threat. And I was days of sleep deprived and had nowhere to go. And then that night was another night of no sleep, no sleep. And then the night following that was another night of no sleep. And then when I finally got into the hotel, I was able to have like a good slumber, you know, a shower and good sleep, but still felt dirty, you know. And eventually I got to another hotel and finally was able to get my laundry done and washed my clothes and stuff, you know. But I mean, what the officer did to me, she should have a criminal charge for breaking my phone and intentionally stumping on and dragging my jacket and throwing my backpack and snooping through my belongings against my permission. And then they refused to give me their names and were about to physically assault me because I was trying to um they wouldn't even, I mean, I was trying to get their names and they wouldn't even allow me to look at their name tags. And then at first, you know, how come the lady at the clerk of court did not tell me the name of all three officers? And now later on, they're saying there's three officers listed. But at first, she was telling me two. I mean, like, they need to just throw Gretna police away at all. Throw Gretna police away, period, because they've been corrupt since day one. And I heard that they are racist against black people and quick to you know, persecute and condemn, you know, minor crimes. But then if you got a medical emergency, they will sit there and force you to wait for hours and sit there and let you die. Like, there was outrage back in the 90s because Gretna police sat there and let a black lady die. The lady, I think they said her name was Meethy Bush or something like that. And the foster sister April and them grew up, you know, grew up around him and stuff, you know. I mean, went to school with some, like, April's friend name was Kim. And then I think, was it Kim's son? I went to school with Kim's son, I think. Was that her son or her little brother? Um, yeah. So, um, yeah. Um, Gretna police ain't never been good, but back in the 90s, they used to have like higher crime and gangs back in the 90s, but now they're saying that the main crimes in Gretna is the the police being the criminals, and that there's hardly there. I heard that there's hardly any much crime here in Gretna, but there is some crazy stuff going on every now and then, but not like New Orleans, you know. But and people talk about the over policing in Gretna and the under policing in New Orleans. Maybe they need to send some Gretna police over to New Orleans if there's such a police shortage in New Orleans, and people talking about bringing in the National Guard and stuff like that. You know, excuse me. You know, people trying to make it like it's not enough police in New Orleans. Well, if it's over policing in Gretna, send those bastards over to New Orleans. Then I bet you won't do it. But people say the same thing that I don't know about Jefferson Parish sheriffs, but they say that they've been saying for years, just like Gretna, they've been saying that West Wego police is racist, and I don't want to give them that credit that, oh, they don't play. You're not God. No, your ass is just a sadistic, abusive, narcissistic, sadistic, fake psychopath. You don't deserve to have that credit of somebody who don't play. Yeah, when people want to make like the fake narcissists don't play, and narcs love to praise other narcs by saying that this person and that person don't play. That oh yeah, oh you see Michael over there. Michael don't play. Fuck you, bitch. I'll still never respect you. It's some abusive, narcissistic, fake strict teacher, or some fake disciplinarian or principal or church pastor, or somebody who's strict and don't play. Now, y'all, anybody who's strict and don't play is a narcissistic, power hungry, narcissistic abuser. Fuck y'all. You don't deserve that credit. You're a Masonic, satanic sellout. You sold your soul to the devil. You don't deserve that type of praise to be someone who don't play. And even narcs themselves will try to manipulate and think they're disciplining somebody, and you're not even law enforcement. And you could be like a narcissistic, control freak, fake friend trying to put me in line and trying to control me. And then when I stand up to you, and you'll be like, "Cause I don't play." Like when I'm standing up to you, trying to take advantage of me or trying to abuse me, and then you trying to get mad at me because I exposed that you did me evil, and then you falsely accuse me of lying on you, and then you be like, and then you lecture me, and then be like, you can play that shit with somebody else, but I don't play, and they try to puff themselves up and try to manipulate, frighten, and scare and intimidate you and everything, and it's like, you're young enough to be my child. I'm 40 years old. You're only 20. And then I'm the bad guy, or the bad female, I'm the bad woman when I block you to prevent further abuse. But they'll block me as the way to for punishment and control, for undeserved punishment and control, and trying to handle up on me. Excuse me. So, but I mean, I'm 40 years old, and they have people that's in their 20s that think they got the fake authority to discipline and handle me like as if I am a teenager or a child. I don't know of any other 40-year-olds who get treated like this. And they got people in their 80s that's fucking childish, but people let them be themselves. They don't try to control and correct or try to police how you think someone should act. If you're 24 years old or 23 years old and trying to order me around and tell me what to do and address me as girl, and when I demand my respect, then you want to be like, oh, I'm walking on eggshells for you. But you want to call me childish, but why it ain't your job to try to control and fix people, and then you talk about, oh, I'm done trying to handle her with young small white kid gloves. Well, small young white kid gloves. Well, you're the one who volunteered a fake friendship. I mean, I didn't even ask you to come, and I didn't ask you for a fake friendship. You did. You came to me and wanting to control and fix and pretend to be a fake savior or a fake hero, and then you try to justify that you grew tired of me when your ass was fake from day one. Fake and a narcissistic control freak, fake T.I. perp from day one. Or I'm done babysitting her. Like, you came and approached me for a fake friendship, and you were fake from day one, trying to love bomb and butter somebody up, and then you start manipulating the friendship, and then start perping and abusing and then punishing people with the silent treatment, and then you make it like as if I have zero rights to be traumatized or feel traumatized or express being traumatized. You know, and what narcissistic abusers like to do is they like to dish out unsolicited advice, trying to order you around and tell you what to do, or they will, manipulate a fake friendship where they try to manipulate for you to be dependent on them for advice all the time. Both ways trying to be manipulative, for them to make you feel like you got to ask their permission and advice for every minute little life decision you want to make. And then realize that they're just robbing you of once in a lifetime good opportunities. They try to manipulate you for you to feel like you got to depend on them. And then next thing you know, you don't even realize that you're blindly and without realizing idolizing them as God. And then other religious narcs will yell at and berate you and say you should be going to God for guidance, not people. And they say it like they think they're better than you. They don't say it as in, I care about your soul and don't want you to be steered in the wrong direction. And like these fake American so-called Christians, abusive, narcissistic, fake hypocristians, you know, you don't even care about another Christian's soul, but all you care about is kicking others down and making yourself look big and like you think you're better, rather than caring about that person's soul and eternal damnation. Like, you don't care about helping that person, but then that y'all want to act like salvation is a competition. So, but yeah, that's what it looks like I'm gonna have to do tomorrow. Is, damn, I got so comfortable up in here. And last night, I slept very good last night, but at one point, they were vibrating my body. But I slept real good last night, but still kind of got some lingering effects from previous nights of the deprivation, you know. But I think even if I had the shrimp toast and ice cream, I think the mint and and probably the combination of um like when I had almonds with the granola bars earlier, and then I had the peanut sauce with the um spring rolls and the mint too. I think that all helped me sleep good. And probably the juice that I had, and also the wow, I tried fish sauce yesterday. Fish sauce, I didn't realize it was salty as hell. Um, but yeah, I'm thinking about going back to that place again today. I wanted, trying to get me something to eat today for lunch, and then for dinner I'll just have the leftover plate of from Friday. I really want some of the ice cream. Um, excuse me. So, excuse me. So I mean, yeah, but yeah, I mean, uh, so I mean, I don't know if it weren't for me to have to get the body cam footages from the police, then I probably could have stayed up like another 5 days or something like that. You know, or I probably could have found someplace if I could have stayed like a week or 5 days or something. But I mean, as I said, I didn't know what that person wanted me to do. If you wanted me to if you wanted me to use the funds for the body cam footage or use it for more hotel nights. But I'm assuming that you wanted me to use it for the body cam footage, so that's what I would do. That's what I try to do. You know, I would try to do that. In which I have to check out the hotel room, and I may or may not have enough for another night. But I don't know. But I'm gonna get off here. Um, it seems like people been mad at me lately. Like people been mad at me every day for the past couple of weeks lately. Um, but the perps stay mad at me, you know. But I'm not selling out and I'm not joining your fake Luciferian cult. Y'all kick rocks.